Okay, boom, champ of the week. We've had a pretty good week this week, but we do have to remember sometimes why we're here. Why are we here? Who can tell me? Remy. To train. Great answer, because it's simple sometimes. We're here to train. What are we here to train in? Kian? Yeah, to be better to stop bullies. Jiu-jitsu is very helpful for that, isn't it? But we're here to train jiu-jitsu, and one of its core reasons we're here to train is to help us defend ourselves. Now, is training, what's that got to look like now? If we have to train to defend ourselves from somebody who's possibly a little bit bigger than us, a little bit meaner than us, what do we need to train like? Sam? We need to be skilled. So our training, we need to be focused and we need to listen to the details. Our training needs to be skilled. We've got to increase our skills. That's a good one, Sam. Okay, if I'm going to beat someone bigger and meaner than me when I turn up to training, what do I got to turn up to training like? Harry?
Like a pro?
Like I've got to turn up and train professionally. I like that. That's very good, Harry. Okay? What's my effort got to be like at training? When I rock up to training and I'm in a bad mood, does that matter? No, it doesn't matter if I'm in a bad mood, because that's not going to help me beat the bullies the next day, is it? I've got to be in a good mood. What else has my effort got to be like at training? Sebastian? The best effort that I can possibly give. And that's not, oh, I've done cross country today, so I'm tired. Mum and Dad, can I have a day off training? What if the bully picks on you after the cross country? Does he care that you're tired? So you come to training that day and it's best effort any day. That's the discipline of turning up. So we need to turn up, best effort, focus, try and learn some skills, okay? And we've got to try our hardest, whether we're winning or losing. Okay, and I want you all to remember this, kids. Jiu-jitsu is the one martial art, one thing, if you're more skilled than your opponent, if you're a better student than your opponent, if you turn up more than your opponent, it doesn't matter if they're bigger and stronger than you. Jiu-jitsu is the one thing that if you study harder than them, you train harder than them, and you listen better than them, you can beat someone that's significantly bigger and stronger than you as long as you know more jiu-jitsu. Train more jiu-jitsu. Study more jiu-jitsu. So martial arts is always the answer. So sometimes we have a tough training session, don't we? Okay? And everyone beats us up that day. Is that a reason to quit training? That could be a reason to stay at training, isn't it? Oh, everyone's beating me at training. I better stay at training and work a little bit harder until I get better and until I can beat more kids at training. So that person that's beating you up at training, sometimes you can go, hey Coach Matt, can you watch me wrestle Ronan? Because he keeps beating me and I want some tips. Okay? And then we'll give you some tips. There might be some things that you can improve on. But you need genuine effort. Okay? Stop searching for sports that you're great at. Search for sports that you enjoy or that you're interested in and stay in them long enough until you're great at them. Does that make sense? So if you think this is fun, you don't need the perfect day at training all the time. If you think soccer's fun, you don't need the perfect game at soccer all the time, but you have to stay there long enough until you're great at it. Okay, it's a really, really good, strong lesson. So remember, team, if you find it fun, you can have bad days at training. Some days, even when I was training for fights, I would rock up and I would just get my ass kicked at training. I'd go home, I'd be like, man, I just got beat up today. How am I ever going to win this fight? You know what I'd normally do? I'd go out, I'd go for a run, I'd try and make myself fitter, and then I would go for a plan to training the next day to try and improve the things that I got beat up at. And that's the process. Okay? It's hard to do if you're winning at training all the time, isn't it? If you're winning at training all the time, need to maybe go up and wrestle a few people harder or ask more questions from the coach and practice some new techniques or try and win some different ways. Okay? All right, champ of the week. This week, please. Ken, please. Good listening, big effort all the time when he's training, no complaining when he loses. Remember, no complaining when he loses. All right? Because it's just part of the process. What did we talk about today in the senior class? Expect every technique to fail and keep going until you get it. All right, everyone around the champ, please.